Hello, hello, hola everybody. I think we're going to have a really good live today with all of the fans who are joining today from Puerto Rico. And you should be all really excited because your queen is here with me today on Win the Crown live sessions. And I can see a lot of people are just jumping in and shouting Puerto Rico and sending Puerto Rico flags. Michelle Marie Colon is here with me, Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2021. Let's talk to her and see how she is going to take on the crown at the 70th Miss Universe pageant this December. And let's talk about her winning energy and her winning mindset and everything that she's doing to be the most confident, authentic, and present contestant at this year's pageant. All right, inviting her. And please send us some love and send us your questions as well. We would love to maybe tackle a couple. Hello,
Oh
Michelle.
my goodness. This is such an honor, Natalie. I cannot,
Thank you.
honestly.
Oh, the honor is really mine because I love Puerto Rico. I love all the winners from Puerto Rico, and you are so beautiful and such an inspiration to many people.
So much. As you can see, I am in my private corner. I call this my cultural corner. I have Juisa, who is an African, I would say, descendant who came from Puerto Rico and established in my beloved town of Loíza, the first communities. And she was a woman who really identified with her community. And so I like to have her very present, and also like a self-portrait that a little girl made to me on my receivement to my town. So this is
Oh,
a
beautiful.
so I just wanted to have this live with you in my special place.
It's a little tribute to your beautiful country, the
And
island,
I
gorgeous island of Puerto Rico.
I have the flag also with me.
Perfect.
My goodness. They also had this made for me by Dwight Colon. And I don't know, I just know that having the flag of my beloved town of Loíza and the flag of Puerto Rico just give me the right mindset and motivation to go for the biggest dream, which is Miss Universe.
Yes, of course. Well, let's talk about that dream. When did that dream start? And were you always kind of dreaming and imagining and envisioning yourself on that big stage at Miss Universe?
To be completely honest, yes. I watched Miss Universe since I was very little with my family. It is a family tradition here in Puerto Rico. Everybody watches Miss Universe, even when you were crowned Natalie. We were
Oh,
excited that us as Puerto Ricans, we saw that light in you. And especially, we had Cynthia Olavarria right there with you. So that was
that's right.
because we saw ourselves as a country reflected in something that was very passionate to us. And just having this moment with you right now is something that truly identifies with my purpose that I've always dreamed of. I've always worked for my country, if it's either with my social causes. I even founded a social cause called Care Empowerment Program, because I believe that when you have this platform, being Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and well, God permit, Miss Universe, you get to have this conversation with millions of people, and not only have it with words, but with heart. You get to connect with your energy, with the message that you want to transmit. And that to me is the most important thing to bring onto the world.
I can see how much passion you have in the words that you're saying. And that's how I know that it's coming straight from your heart.
It
So
is.
beautiful to see somebody who's truly communicating as her authentic self. And don't you
Amen.
think it's the most important thing? I saw recently somewhere the 5 qualities that need to be there in a person
Mhm.
if they want to be Miss Universe. And they were things like authenticity and confidence
Definitely.
and relatability as well, right? And
Art.
effective communication and that growth winning mindset. Would you say you have all of those qualities?
I have definitely developed a mindset where every year I've learned to hug every experience that, if it's either positive or negative, empowers me. So, yes, I do believe that I am now an empowered woman seeking that Miss Universe crown because I know that I am prepared physically, mentally, but above all, spiritually. I think that when we are very connected to ourselves and with our goals, we know that we are just helping the community be more united because through our work, we actually see that a change is occurring. And if it's positive, oh my goodness, being Miss Universe is an honor.
What would it mean to you and for Puerto Ricans if you won Miss Universe? What would that mean to you as a Puerto Rican woman?
Ah, my goodness, you say that and my heart is.
That's how you know you're on the right path, by the way. When your heart speaks to you like that, you know you're on the right path.
I think I'm little goosebumps because Puerto Rican people believe so much in the talents of our everyday people. You know, we see the talents that when we want to seek a goal, we unite so that we can actually show support for a person so that when they reach that certain goal, you don't feel alone. You feel that you are with your country. And me winning Miss Universe just means that I not only win being Michelle Marie Colom, but I win as Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico won its sixth crown.
I can totally feel your
Sorry.
emotion right now because I'm also getting goosebumps myself, Michelle. And this is it happens because we are getting on that same vibration, on that same dimension where
Definitely.
you're making another person feel something. And as I always say, people will never remember what you said or what you did, but they will always remember how you made them feel. I think that's actually a quote from Maya Angelou, the great poet, who has said that. And it's so, so true because when you speak like that from the heart, people will absolutely remember you because you invoked something in them. You touched them in a way that not a lot of people can. And so it's really, really special to see you. I guess we could say you wear your heart on your sleeve, as they say, right? Because you feel
I
so much.
well, I do carry a rose quartz always.
Ah, okay. So
That
you
to
love crystals.
Yes, that to me is a reflection of, self-love. So I do kind of see that being, my heart on my sleeve. Kind
Well,
of.
rose quartz is actually a crystal that is connected to the heart chakra. So whenever you wear it or hold it or sleep next to it, that's when it helps to activate and keep your heart chakra more open the way that it should be. So it's
I
great.
claim I meditate single morning and every single night. To me, it is like an opening and ending cycle. And it's very interesting when you actually know that you need to have certain responsibilities and show up on your best self, but of course, on your most authentic self. And when I meditate, I hold my quartz and I listen to affirmations. I even journal. And I know that, I admire you so much that I've actually learned that through yoga, meditation, you can actually learn to be in that way towards your goals because you're only concentrated on your path towards reaching that goal. You're not
Mhm.
focused on, the fire that is surrounding you because the fire within is shining brighter. You know that
It
that
sure
with
does.
stronger.
I think I have a new nickname for you.
What? What?
Michelle will be henceforth shall known as the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. I love that. The Queen of Hearts. Oh,
Yes, I think you are
if I am
of
the
all the women I've interviewed, you are definitely the one who is giving the most heart to us. And I'm sure that all the viewers right now would agree with me that yes, you are indeed touching everyone's hearts. And look, total package, you know, I'm getting a lot of
Hey,
comments
good
right here.
words.
And a lot of different color hearts. And people are saying, yes, Queen of Hearts. They love it. Wow.
Thank you. Gracias, gracias, gracias. My God, I see here David Acosta. I see Clark Evor. Oh, so many people in Puerto Rico who I love.
Reina de Corazones.
Reina de Corazones. Oh yeah, we're switching it up to Spanish now.
Yeah, of course. Well, we'll give you a chance to speak to your people in Spanish language towards the end because I'm sure they're dying to get a little bit, a piece of that gorgeous heart of yours. But let's go back a little bit and talk more about that journaling, affirmations, meditations that you talk about, because as you know, that's a big part of my coaching and my life philosophy is that until you discover that energetic, spiritual dimension of yourself, you won't be able to go that far in life. You won't be able to win in life, in love, win the crown until you find that dimension of yourself that we can only feel. We cannot really see it. We cannot sense it with all of our five senses,
Exactly.
but we have that sixth sense, that feeling with the heart. And tell me, how do you, if somebody's watching right now and they're like, well, how do I get to that dimension? How do I feel with my heart? Can you talk us through it? You know, you sit down in meditation. What do you do? Like, how do you get there?
I actually love listening to Ram Dass. He is a monk, and you can listen to him on Spotify, YouTube, and every morning I listen to a track called Awareness. I believe that when we are centered in our present and not focused on the future, on the past, only on the now, we actually return to the body because then we are so focused on the mind, on everything that is going on around us. But the most important project is not what is occurring around here. It is within. It is what you build on your everyday life that actually transcends what you are saying, what you can feel, or what you can touch. It is more of how you perceive things in a way that only you can perceive it. And
Mhm.
that is the loving thing about having a personal choice. And also know that every single person has a way to meditate. Every single person can find a way, if it's either 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, perhaps, even people who meditate for an entire day because they believe that centering themselves to the earth, to nature, to their surroundings is the best way to stay connected to within themselves. So just find a YouTube
Mhm.
playlist, search up, I would say, if you want to start off easy, 432 hertz of either it be love frequencies, positive frequencies, something that truly connects you to your chakras, and just know that you are present and that you are here. That's the best advice that I can give to anybody.
Wow, this is really deep advice because not a lot.
Wait. I can't I am so sorry to interrupt, but I cannot actually hear you. I don't know if it's my
Oh,
signal. Oh, now I
okay. You know what? I think I'm having some sort of emergency over here. Can
can.
I ask you, Michelle, to nothing, not hopefully nothing serious, but
No.
my family's trying to reach me. Can I just
Oh,
ask you to talk to your fans for just 1 minute while I go and check out what's happening?
of course, of course.
Okay,
Okay.
guys, Michelle is all yours for 1 minute. So one, two, three, go.
Of course. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo están? I am taking over Natalie's live. No, but I am so honored to have this platform and to just share this time in Natalie's life. who is a person who I admire, if it's her personal life or her journey to winning Miss Universe and winning her life. I know that so many people who either support her or are supporting me. I hope that you guys follow me on my social medias in Michelle Marie Colon. It's either Instagram and Facebook. I have a Twitter, Michelle underscore M Colon. And you guys need to follow M Universe PR, which is the official page for the organization. And there you'll get to see all of the last details of my journey headed towards the universe.
Yay, what a great pitch. I love it. Is there any way that we can vote for you and help you to
Yes,
reach the semifinals?
you guys can go to the Miss Universe app. You can download it from the App Store. And if you guys want to support Puerto Rico, yeah, hey, because I am very focused on winning that sixth crown. How I was mentioning, I am not only going to win it for myself, but for my country. And when I know that I am connected to every single soul, not only in Puerto Rico, but for Latinos, for, oh my goodness, I even have German Jewish blood in me. So I will stay connected to every single ancestor energy who have supported me throughout history and throughout my growth in this dream that now has become a goal that is becoming reality. So I am honored.
What an exciting moment that is going to be. And I gotta say, Michelle, you're giving me so many winning vibes right now. I mean, I was really tired this morning because I've been going for so long, but just speaking to you, I'm full of energy and I'm pretty sure it's gonna take me through the whole day. Guys, this lady is special. Just speaking to her, even on Instagram, I'm getting energized. So
Aww, thank you.
super, super incredible, special woman you are.
That to me is so special to hear. Thank you, Natalie.
But just to kind of say that it's not that I said yes, you're special, and you are, of course. But it came to me that we all have that capability. We all have that ability to tap into that authentic part of who we are. And when we speak to people, give them our energy. And because we'll be tapping into that abundant energy of the universe through which we will become sort of like the conductors of that energy, right? So and you said it yourself, when you go into that meditation, when you go into that space where you feel so present, you're not concerned about the past or the future, you're living in the present moment, that's when that abundant energy is open to you for the taking. You can take as much of it as you want and pass it on to other people. And I noticed that myself whenever I'm in a good routine, whenever I wake up in the morning and I do my chanting, whenever I do my meditation and breath work, when I connect to the earth and I go to the beach, my day is completely different, right? And I feel there's balance inside of me that translates into the outer part of my life, because balance inside means balance outside. It's a
Exactly.
reflection, right? And then I noticed there's moments like, for instance, this past week, it was my birthday week. So it was everything crazy.
Hey, I love the photos of your family. I love
Thank you so much. Thank you.
yoga together.
Yes, yes. So this past week has been crazy because I had friends coming over, family staying with me, and friends who were visiting, and all of these events and parties and celebrations every day. So I completely lost my, for 1 week, I lost my routine that I normally do, and I can feel it. I can feel I don't have the same energy. I'm tired. I want to take a nap in the afternoon. Why is that? It's
Yeah.
because I've closed myself to that abundant energy that's available in the universe. So this is what I call tapping into the winning energy, which is so important for all aspects of our lives. And when you're going to compete at the biggest pageant in the universe,
Gotta
why
have
not go
that.
with that incredibly high winning energy, which is, I feel you have that. You totally, totally have that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Natalie. And I am so focused. I've always been in giving my best for Puerto Rico. And I know that, and I can feel it. I am a person very connected, as you say, to nature. I also love visiting the beach. It's this thing that with my courts, I love giving, you know, baths to them because staying connected to our goals and our internal selves is what actually leads us to win. And I am not saying in a pageant, but I get to actually see myself reflected in how I've always dreamed of. And being a Miss Universe, and I even have goosebumps right now, being in Miss Universe is just a representation of something that I've always dreamed of, because that energy of abundance, of accepting everything that happens to me. Hey, Natalie, I've passed for so many years of bullying, and people who now like say, but you're, no, how can you, like, you're tall, like you have this brown gorgeous skin. Well, no, I was actually, when in my adolescent times, very, I would say, like deprimented for the color of my skin, the way that I looked, even my personality. But that didn't affect me because I knew that that personality and the things that were happening were only creating my personality. So that now I can say, hey, I know myself. I love who I am. I actually respect the person who I am becoming, and I empowered myself at the end. And hey, that
Mm.
forms part of my philosophy, you know, care empowerment program. That in Spanish, it actually translates to conócete, amate, respétate y empodérate. That's know yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and empower yourself. So it all connects to our energies and how we feel.
Wow. If you were giving this as the final answer right now, I would give you the crown right now.
Thank you, Natalie. I am
It's so great.
from the heart. It is something that
Yeah.
so passionates me. And now being a Miss Universe, I get to actually have this voice and have this opportunity. I'm so ready for Israel. Woo! I am.
Ooh, a question is coming to me. I'm downloading a question for you. If you were to speak to little girl Michelle, the one that's, I don't know, let's say 5, 7 years old, the one that was bullied for her, the way that she looked, what would be the message that you would tell her right now?
To know that the things that are happening to her are not a reflection of who she is, because she'll know that in the future, the things that happened to her were only a reflection of the path that now she is so proudly headed towards to. And I actually had this conversation with a little girl in Loiza, my beloved town. She had a sash that said Miss Loiza 2033. She had a mini afro and she had very dark skin. That to me just meant that my purpose was fulfilled. And that winning Miss Universe Puerto Rico and now going to Miss Universe, I can now see that this message of we do not need to stay focused on the things that surround us, but how our internal self is the most primordial thing in our lives, is what leads us to our goals. And she will know in the end that she can actually win whatever that she wants to do in her life.
Wow, chills, chills all over my body, and big, big, big rounds of applause. You are getting so much love, and wow, I have to say that you speak like a true professional, like a true beauty
Thank
queen, but not just a beauty queen. You speak like a really, really good speaker, a communicator,
you.
somebody who knows herself so well. And I don't know if you had prepared a lot of the things that you're saying, but I can
I
definitely feel that it's coming from the
really,
heart.
I am wearing my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts, guys. There she is, right here. She doesn't even need to prepare anything. She just opens her mouth and the heart spills out.
Course, we are ourselves. We do not need to prepare anything because it is part of our history. It is part of who we are. So I am
Right.
just of my story of who I am. I'm being my authentic self.
And if we were to give some advice to the ladies who are competing in their pageants, whether it's their regional or national or international pageants, how would you say to prepare for the interview? Because yes, 100%, I always say the 3 Ps of any nailing any interview is presence, right? Preparation and it's presence, preparation and practice. These are the 3 Ps. So presence, of course, being set in the present moment, whenever, yeah, write it down. if, yeah, for sure, for sure. If anyone's here who's about to compete, the 3 Ps. Presence we already talked about, right? It's that being in the present moment, not letting the outside influences get the best of you, staying true to yourself, to your heart. That's when the magic happens. That's sort of like the magic ingredient. But before that presence, it's the preparation aspect, because I do believe that it's important to go online, to find out some of the facts and statistics about important issues so that you're educated, so that you're aware. So, because speaking from the heart is great, but if you get asked a very difficult questions or political question, it's important to show that you've also prepared, you've read, you are aware of everything that's going on.
Of course, you are going for the Miss Universe crown, so you need to actually encapsulate not only your country, but the countries around the world, even the universe.
Yeah.
Because there can be questions about, hey, I even been asked questions about, is there going to be, you know, life beyond Earth and stuff? Because, hey, the technology of science, hey, they've had their advances, and you never know. The man couldn't land on the moon until it happened, and anything is possible, and nothing is
Sure.
impossible until it happens.
And that's why, if you're answering a question like that, you could bring in that statistic and say 60 years ago we didn't dream about going to the moon, and yet on this date and this year the person named so and so, I'm sorry it escapes my mind, made the first step on the moon. Bam. You know, it makes you sound so educated and so brilliant immediately. So that's why I always say your preparation and that research that you do about the different topics is going to be a lifesaver in some of those really tough questions. Plus, preparation also means getting to know yourself really well, because the more you know yourself, the more likely you can answer any question that get asked about yourself or your opinion or anything else. So ask yourself, okay, what is my opinion on abortion rights? What is my opinion on vaccinations for everyone or choice of vaccination? What is my opinion on yeah, you know, all of those important issues? Because until you know what your opinion is, you won't be able to answer really well.
Because you're
Right?
going to have opinions, but you're not going to have your own. You're not going to have your own voice. And having your own voice, hello, every single person has a voice for a reason. And that is why we need to elevate it if we want to speak against prejudice, if we want to speak against those social problems that are going on in the world, because it is so important that, yes, we speak about, you know, how are we feeling, how we get to stay connected, but how can we as beauty queens actually give a message that even people high up in the government can use as an example to say, hey, this person actually gives us a message about a change that can occur in a country. What if we present it to the UN and we can have more conversations about every country contributing more into the world? Hey, COP26 is happening right now. So every single planet is, or every single country in this planet is contributing into, I would say, that future that every single person dreams of.
Absolutely. So needing to know yourself really well is the key, and preparation about yourself and all the major issues is essential. And then lastly, that practice, which I call also repetition, is like they always say, practice makes perfect, because the moment you repeat something over and over again, it becomes autopilot. And I feel like this is the stage where you're at right now, because you don't even need to try anymore. You've said it so many times. You've practiced it so many times on your national pageant, but also even before that. This is how you were always speaking, wasn't it? Because you were always saying these things.
Yeah, definitely. But not always saying these things because I don't actually like to get, yes, I believe that preparation is key, but more internal. We do need to have, those personal, I would say, opinions of different people, those workshops that so fill our notebooks of so much information that transcends what we can think because it is a personal choice that somebody else has lived and admired, their path into growing that mindset that you're now, I would say, encaminando. I'm sorry, I translated from Spanish.
That's okay.
Encaminando, it's like pathing yourself towards that mindset that the person who you are seeking that information has already passed through.
Mm, I see. And it's great that you're saying it in Spanish because sometimes the English doesn't have specific words to explain exactly what you want to say in Spanish. And it's totally okay because when I train ladies from other countries who are not native English speakers and they say, well, I want to express so much of myself, but I don't know how to do it in English because it's not my mother tongue. And I say, that's okay. Say it in your native language because the people will feel it. And when instead of you trying to come up with different words to describe it in English, you can say one word with heart and people will get it. We will
Yeah,
feel it, right?
that's
So,
encaminar. Like my Spanish speaking viewers can understand it, but then I said passing through. So
and
you
I understood it too. So don't worry. Even though I didn't have a translation for it, I understood it. I felt it. So,
I'm from Caribbean islands. I love speaking English. I would actually say that yes, I speak it with more confidence. I learned it since I was from first to eighth grade, fully English school, and then in a bilingual school from ninth to 12th grade. So speaking English was always in my education. So I actually love speaking English. But hello, I love speaking Spanish. Y yo soy boricua, para que tú lo sepas.
it's like music to my ears. I love Spanish language. Love it.
Yeah, I also love Spanish. Something that Latinos and every Hispanic person can connect through. Something beautiful.
Mm. It's still on my bucket list from many years ago. When I lived in Canada, I actually learned Spanish quite well, like to a point of basic communication, because in Canada we have such a multicultural country and we have a lot of people from Latin America, and I had friends from Latin America. My national director is from Nicaragua. My trainer was from Venezuela. So I managed to pick up quite a lot of Spanish. But then when I moved to Thailand, living in Asia for 16 years, I forgot most of Spanish. So now I had to learn Thai and I can speak basic Thai. But my husband, he's Spanish speaking as he's from Panama.
Panama.
And
Oh my God.
yes,
So you
yes.
do
So
live.
it's coming back to me slowly, slowly. And my goal, and it's still, I keep a list of my bucket, like lifetime bucket list of things that I want to achieve in my lifetime or things I want to do. It's still there on my bucket list. Learn Spanish fluently one day because it is, to me, the most beautiful language. Personally, I don't know what it is. I guess I've always had a soft space.
Know something that you can say right now in Spanish, like a little la that you can say in Spanish, or
Yes,
you
tell me.
Spanish like a
Oh,
la.
you want me to? Oh, you want me to say something in Spanish?
Yeah, that that we can have like a conversation and like what is your level of Spanish so that I can also know.
The only thing that keeps coming to me right now is Reina de Corazón.
Reina corazón. Bueno, I'll give you the first thing. Yo soy la reina del universo.
Oh, yo
No,
soy la reina del universo. Universo.
no. And that means I am Miss Universe. Yo
Yes,
soy la reina del universo.
Queen of the universe.
Yes, I am the queen of the universe.
That's hilarious. I mean, when I translated the Queen of the Universe sounds really funny, but I guess Reina de Universo means Miss Universe also, right?
Claro, reina del universo. Claro, pero
Yeah.
like a thing that we can say because reina de corazones, well, you are reina del universo.
Well, let's see. Maybe you are going to be following in those footsteps and joining the sisterhood as the 70th Miss Universe.
Oh
We
my God.
never ever know, but with that winning mindset and that winning energy, there's nothing stopping you, really. The path is clear. It's for you to just go and enjoy. And if I can give you one piece of advice at this point from where I see where you are right now, is really you don't have to do anything. You just have to surrender. You just have to let go and enjoy to the max. Because I always say when I came to Miss Universe, I was stressing before Miss Universe, like preparations and getting the gown and everything else. The moment I arrived to Thailand for Miss Universe, I let go. I was like, that's it. I don't need to do anything else. I just need to show up as me. And
I don't know why. Hey, I've had conversations. Oh my goodness, deja vu with with people in my organization that I feel that once I am in Miss Universe, that dream that is now a reality. I am going to have so much fun that I'm going to be in the present moment and stay so focused in having that mindset and winning for myself, for my country, but knowing that having the sash of Puerto Rico just motivates me for those 2 weeks that I'm going to be in Israel.
exactly. And things will happen on the outside. There could be challenges, there could be difficult moments. You will be tested and you will come face to face with the darkest side of yourself, even sometimes, because it is tough.
Okay.
It is the biggest pageant in the world, and it's tough, and there's a lot of competition, and sometimes even that inner voice, no matter how strong you are, that inner voice is going to tell you, oh my gosh, look at that girl and look at that girl, and you start to compare yourself, not because you want to, but because it's the nature of the mind. The mind likes to compare, right? But the difference is those who believe that voice and start to go, it must be true. I must not be the prettiest girl in all the universe. There's all of these other beautiful women. But then the difference is the woman who is has that winning mindset will say, that's okay. I hear you voice, but I choose not to identify with you. I choose not to believe you. And so that will help you to get through those toughest moments mentally and physically and emotionally, energetically, because you will be tested. But to just let go and to say, the fact that I'm even here right now, representing my country and being with all of my people alongside of me, it's already the win that I could, the biggest win that I could ask for. Everything else is just that cherry on top of that already beautiful, amazing Sunday that, right, that we get. And so there isn't anything that you need to do anymore. You just need to relax, enjoy, surrender to what is happening at the moment, and take everything, whether it's positive or negative, with gratitude.
Amen.
Because it's tough when things are going smoothly. It's easy to say, oh, I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed, oh my God, I love my life. What happens when challenges occur? Are you going to be grateful for those challenges? Yes, you
Yes,
have to.
you hug those experiences. You know, the theme for this year in Miss Universe was let's hug our beauty. Abraza nuestra belleza, abraza tu belleza. So when we hug our experiences, either it be negative or positive, we know that we are actually on that path to knowing who we are. And when we know who we are, you have tunnel vision. You are
Mm-hmm.
not focused on the things that are going on around you. How I always say, the fire within you is shining brighter than that fire surrounding you or that fire around you, because you know who you are. You're confident in yourself, confidently beautiful.
I love that sound bite about the fire. The fire that's inside of you is so much brighter than the fire that's surrounding you. So, so true. And I always teach my students when I coach them, have some of those sound bites, those little life philosophies and words that you live by that really touch you and move you. Because when you have those sound bites, you sound so brilliant and so professional and like such an amazing communicator. So this is really, really good. Keep a few more of those in the back pocket to whip out and Use
Okay,
them.
I will. I will take this advice. Believe
Yes.
me, from the bottom of my heart. I
Yes.
truly, Natalie.
Because, you know, when I was competing and I had this life philosophy that I truly espoused and truly believed in, that in order for us to be happy and to have a good life, we need to be a glass half full type of person instead of
Yeah,
glass half empty. So I chose to use that specific little sound bite as my go-to line. And I didn't know when I was going to use it, but I knew I was going to say it somewhere. And wouldn't you know it, on my final question, they said, "What's the biggest challenge in your life?" And I was like, "Oh, I already know what I'm going to say. I'm the kind of person who looks at the glass half full instead of half empty." And that is the biggest challenge, to continue doing that over and over again, despite life's challenges, right? So I think in order for you to answer that final question, use those sound bites and those amazing philosophies that you have in your heart that have shaped who you are and have paved the way.
definitely. Because who you are is beautiful. And we need to know that through our differences, we can actually unite. We do not
Mhm.
need to separate because every single human being is beautiful. We are created for greatness, and the greatness is within, it is not physical.
You're just full of these little life tidbits, aren't you?
I just love speaking from the heart and, having a platform. I know that so many little girls, little boys, and even people around the world can actually know that this mindset is the correct mindset to go towards your goals. Because when you see that you're connected, even there have been researches where a community that thinks alike can create change. And it is not in our history books. We actually see it today in our present times, that when a certain community thinks alike, they create change. And if it's for the better, for a more positive future, why not share that mindset and that message?
Absolutely. I noticed that you have a lot of these words that you speak that kind of signal to me that you are a fire element. You are that firecracker, that
I
fire
love
goddess that
I
is
am
bursting out of you.
I am actually an earth element. I am a
Oh,
Virgo.
are you?
Yes, and curious enough, I was born on the same day as my dad, the 1st of September.
Okay, okay. So the earth elements, I think a lot of it can be kind of crossed over from fire to earth as well. But the earth elements are elements who really get things done. They don't just talk about it, but they do things. They take action and they lead by example. So what are you doing to create that change on the grassroots level? What kinds of things are you doing right now? Maybe talk a little bit about your platform and the things that you're involved in.
I love that you asked this question because having this platform to me is the most important thing. Because through social media, during this distant times, in the COVID-19 times, I've actually founded a social cause called, and I even mentioned it earlier, Care Empowerment Program, in which through this philosophy that you get to know yourself, love who you are, respect who you are becoming, and empowering yourself at the end. I've created workshops. I've even had conversations with different organizations. If it's either 1 hour or through a Zoom meeting where I get to connect with so many people, I share my message. I share what I've been through. And they actually take me as an example, and they say, hey, this woman is actually creating a change and is creating this initiatives. I created an initiative called Gen to Gen during the pandemic times, where I had more than 40 students in my university write hand letters to more than three, I would say, hogares de envejecentes. Again, Spanish translation.
It's okay.
homes, elderly homes, more than four elderly homes in distant parts of Puerto Rico. And I think that having that connection from generation to generation is so important because we cannot always be connected physically, but yes, through our emotions, how we are feeling when we are writing. That to me is so important, and why journaling and meditation takes part in my daily life. Because
Mm.
put yourself into that mindset, you know that you are connected with your surroundings and with the people who love you. And even if you don't know them, you know that when you cover everything with love, everything is peaceful, and you know that you are on your way to a better future.
Wow, incredible. So many things that you have done and touched so many people's lives. This is incredible. Let's go to a couple of questions that we have in our question box.
Question.
Okay.
Has 100K followers. Hey, I think that today we actually reached 100K. And
You
I
did?
love that. So Puerto Rico, come on. Let's keep going because I'm very excited for that sixth crowd. And I am so honored that so many people, not from Puerto Rico, are united to support me on this stream. To me, it's an honor. So thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so blessed. Okay. Raul Perro is asking, what is your biggest aspiration in life? So not inspiration, but aspiration, meaning that what do you aspire to be? Like what is, besides Miss Universe, because we've already talked about that. Yes, of course, you want to win Miss Universe, but beyond that, because Miss Universe, yes, you will have that title for life, but what else can we do with that title beyond that 1 year? What's the biggest aspiration?
Well, beyond that year, I know that you have this platform where you got to connect with millions of people around the world. And you know that you are now your name. You are Natalie Glevoba. I am going to be Michelle Maricolon. But if I get the chance to be Miss Universe, I will always be Miss Universe 2021. So I will use that platform if it's either, hey, I am studying in, I would say, a double major for a biology and a pre-med diploma, because I believe that having that connection with our internal health is so important that I actually want to be a dermatologist and specialize in
Mm.
surgery. So I think that I actually want to see, beyond 10 years maybe, with my own skincare line where I can actually help bring, with natural products. And I will say that, feel more hydrated on your skin because they're actually, more natural, more organic, but bringing that message that our physical health is connected to our internal health. And traveling around the world, with this platform, with being Miss Universe 2021 and having that connection with millions of people, I know that, oh my goodness, I will get to have this platform with my skincare line, but also know that having that prevention and that education around the world is so important that I will get to transcend with something much more than physical. I will get to
Mhm.
actually fulfill my purpose in life, which is
Mhm.
helping others, being a leader.
Wonderful. So you do have the aspiration of being a dermatologist, which is a doctorate, right? You want to go for your doctorate?
I do. And the first doctor in the family, Colon Ramirez, neither part of my family have studied to be a doctor. They've always studied for communications diploma or, to have their own business. But I'm going to be the first doctor.
Wow.
Proud
So aspirational and
first.
inspirational. I wonder, I haven't done my research, but I wonder, has there been any Miss Universe who was also a doctor? Has there? Do you know?
Yes, oh my goodness. Even in recent times, I love Tamarind Green. She is not a Miss Universe like winner, but she is a person who I've actually admired because yeah, she went on that Miss Universe stage being herself, being focused on everything that she was doing. But
And she's already a doctor or not yet?
yeah, she is doctor. She is Dr. Tamarind Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Was she competing with the doctorate degree already, or did she get it after her
No,
competition?
she got it after. She got it after. So it would be like this
Wow.
path that I am like right now
Well,
living.
yeah, I
I
know there's even Miss Canada, there has been Leanne Cecile, who I remember back in the day. She ended up becoming a doctor as well, who was Miss Universe Canada, became a doctor. But I wonder if there was anyone who became Miss Universe and then earned her doctorate degree, because you could be the first.
oh my God, wait, I actually need to research that because that would also be an honor. But hey, I need to research more about that because
Yes.
that would but I know that more empowered women who above me have also learned that through health we can learn to actually create the change that beyond Miss Universe we are perpetrating ourselves in our lives.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. We do have one question here, or also, no, wait, it's not coming up.
I'm
There was
saying
a question.
flags. She's thank you, thank you. Thank you for
uh, Miss You Pageants is asking Michelle, any hints of what your national costume will be? Any hints?
Ooh. Oh my goodness. If my Puerto Rican people are watching, I am going to take the time to promote that the national costume is going to be presented very soon.
Mm.
I think. And woo, if you guys are going to be synchronized in Wapa America, I think that you guys are going to be very proud with the message that I am going to have in my national costume. It represents, I would say, a labor that Puerto Rico is headed towards to, and I am so honored to wear it. I am going to leave it at that. Woo!
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we have what it universe. Hi, Michelle. I'm Carl. Greetings from the Philippines. What do you say to the people who say you're too young for the crown? Are you too young? I don't. How old are you?
I am 21, but
That's. I
I
mean, that's a good age.
yeah, that is the perfect age. And hey, I would always say that our age is not part of our value. It is just a mindset. And it is our experiences and the way that we view life that actually brings us that maturity that we need to actually accomplish our goals. I actually won Miss Universe Puerto Rico, being the first Miss Loisa to win the national contest, being 21 years old. So I do not have any limitations with my age. And I know that I am headed towards the universe with the right mindset of winning.
Oh my goodness. I so agree with you. Age is a mindset. Because I just turned 40, and let me tell you, I never felt better.
Yes, you are in the right age. Hey, I'm not going to say my parents' age, but believe me, they still have a young heart. So believe me.
Yes, yes. So true. Okay. We have so many more questions, but I don't think we're gonna get a chance to get to all of them because we're running out of time. And I really just wanted to leave maybe time for you to ask me something. I know I already gave you a couple of tips, but is there anything that you may have wanted to know that I can help you with as a former winner, as a coach, a winning energy coach, and as well, of course, as a former judge that I've been in pageants around the world? What can I help you and how can I help you?
Natalie, I know that when you are grateful for being in the present moment, you can actually see that the result is positive no matter what happens. And I know because I saw it in that final night that you were so present and you were so, I would say, captive in the moment because you knew that the knowledge that you had within you was the thing that led you to win the crown. And I just want to ask you, what do you think about moments before just heading towards that thought three question? Because to me, I was so grateful to be in that present moment because I got to speak to my country and to the world who was watching Miss Universe Puerto Rico. But now, you who actually won the crown, what were you thinking in that top three when, okay, now I am going to answer this question, I'm going to get into the correct mindset? What were you thinking?
Great, fantastic question. I love that you asked me that, Michelle. And it's super important to be mentally and energetically prepared for that moment, that where you're standing on that stage and you know that you're not going to fly into a panic attack or get into that space where you blank out and you feel like I have nothing to say. So you need to already kind of go, even though I always say stay as much in the present moment, but now as you're preparing, you can go into the quantum realm visualization, as I always teach it, and mentally bring yourself into that moment of top three or top five or whatever. Excuse me. In my year, it was actually top five that got to answer the question. So it wasn't even top three. So in the moments before the final question, I was standing there and there was actually nothing going through my mind. It was actually the only thing that was going through my mind was that my feet hurt.
Was what? Wait,
My feet hurt. My feet. Yes. And I'm pretty sure all of the pageant ladies watching us and you also would relate to that, because by that time, when you're top five already or top three, you have been on that stage for hours and the shoes are uncomfortable. They're digging into your feet. Your feet are swollen because you've been standing on them all this time, which is a perfect opportunity to feel your body. And I talk about this all the time because it's so important. When you feel your body, you are in the present moment. So when you focus on your breath, you're in the present moment. And for me, the easiest thing, because of course you're nervous, there's a lot of things happening around you. And sometimes breathing deeply is not that easy because the breath starts to get very shallow. If you can, try to incorporate some deep breathing while you're on stage, but sometimes you can simply go to your feet because it's the easiest thing for you to feel. Your feet will let themselves be known to you because they will be hurting. And the moment you feel the pain, you kind of embrace that pain and you say, okay, I feel my feet, I feel the pain. And by you tuning with your attention to your feet, you are tuning into the present moment. So the only thing that I remember was just, I wasn't thinking about the feet, but I was just like, okay, there's pain. I feel the pain. Yeah. And that way I was not getting psyched out. I was not getting nervous. When the other ladies were coming in to answer their questions, I wasn't even really listening to anything because I was just standing there experiencing the present moment. Mm-hmm. And when you do start walking towards that microphone, when you make your way across the stage towards that microphone, that's when you kind of have to wake up a little bit from the feeling in your body to say, now this is my chance to speak to the world. And kind of set an intention on the fact that you're not speaking to a bunch of strangers. This is your chance to speak to millions, maybe even billions of people who are human beings just like you. And when you make your way towards that microphone, you can say, I'm here to share a piece of my heart to the other people's hearts who are, actually, it's the same heart, right? It's the same souls, just in different bodies. So you can set that intention because you are already a queen of hearts. It will be very easy for you. You just have to make a note of that to yourself, note to self, speak to the heart of all.
I love that.
And almost you can say, I'm going to speak to my friends. How would I express myself speaking to my friends? And it will be so easy for you because you already know how to do that. And if you felt your feet and your body and your hands beforehand, you'll be in the present moment. So that channel is already open, right? So the only thing you have to do is just make that note to self, speak to my friends with love. That's it. And the right words will find you. It'll be like magic. It'll be sort of like this portal opens up and this heavenly light starts streaming through you and into the hearts of other people through your words. Oh you won't even have to think about it. It's just, it's going to be that moment.
And something so special that when you see, and I am, oh my goodness, I have goosebumps again. I was crowned on 11/11 on the 30th of September. So when you say that, that reflects onto, I actually have a photo where I looked up in that winning moment. And I'm like, wow. I fulfilled my purpose. I'm the first Miss Loisa to win Miss Universe Puerto Rico. Michelle Marie Colon is headed towards the universe, and I am headed towards winning the crown for my country. Yeah. Like, I'm so grateful for that moment, that what you were saying about being in that present moment, just fulfilling everything. I know that I am connected to the universe, to my purpose, to everything that surrounds me. And this, to me, having this conversation with you just reaffirms to me that I am so honored to meet Miss Universe Puerto Rico, because I get to have the chance to speak with you, Natalie. It is truly amazing. Thank you.
Well, everything does happen for a reason, and things do happen in the way that they are meant to happen. And people are writing there, yes, 11/11 is synchronicity, in the numerology means synchronicity. So having you getting that crown at 11/11, was it PM? 11/11 PM?
It was PM. It was.
Yeah, it seems like you could take that as a sign. Absolutely. And just to make more synchronicity, I was born on 11/11. So me telling you these things is actually another synchronicity that I was meant to tell you this advice. So when you take that advice, you can kind of keep that in the back of your mind. So when you do walk up to that microphone in the top 3 or top 5, it's going to happen just like that.
Amen. Yes. And I know it will, because the energy and how I say it, every single person who I have a conversation with, it transcends more than physical touch, because I know that the energy through their words is what is actually going to be in that present moment. And I know that if I get the chance to speak towards the universe, I know that I will have you present. So thank you. Thank you for those words from your heart. And yes, we are connected from heart to heart, more than words.
We are. And I'm going to give a special gift to all of the people who are watching right now. So take your pictures right now, because I'm going to give a metaphorical crown right here. It's like the energy crown. I'm crowning Michelle Marie Colon as Miss Universe 2021, metaphorically. So you can all take your photos and take those screenshots, because, and I don't do this to everybody, by the way.
Oh my goodness, amen.
So let this be an omen, and let this be kind of that, yes.
Amen. That's
there it is.
I can't. Amen.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining. Michelle, I have to thank you so much, because you've given me a gift as well today, that gift of your winning energy that is staying with me for the rest of the day and probably for months and months to come, because you've inspired so many people. You've inspired me. Thank you for giving your time. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you. And I'll be rooting for you come December. People are saying it's December 12th, the pageant.
Yes, 12. And I leave from Puerto Rico on November 28th. So I'm going to be waving that Puerto Rican flag with so much pride, because I am headed towards the universe. Woo!
Woohoo! Okay, well, I'll be watching your photos and videos, and I'll be with you in spirit, sending you more of that winning energy to continue rooting for you. And just know that your country is behind you all the way. What a blessing and a gift that is. So keep that in your heart always and keep on winning. Keep on winning.
Thank you, Natalie. Gracias, gracias. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. I'm so honored to have this live, Natalie. Thank you for the opportunity, to your team and that WhatsApp group who also organize everything. I know that it takes a village to actually, see the results of something so beautiful. And I know that you do this platform of your Win the Crown because you have so much passion for letting the light within ourselves shine through. You do not outshine. You actually bring that light to all of us, all of the people who actually want to win in life. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that's so lovely to hear. I appreciate it so, so much. Do you want to say in Spanish anything to your followers?
Gracias, claro que sí. Thank you, gracias a todas aquellas personas hispanohablantes que están presentes. Estamos enfocados para que todos los puertorriqueños, tanto en el país como en la diáspora, pero sobre todo todos los latinoamericanos, puedan saber que a través de mí los estaré representando. Y yo sé que si yo logro ser su Miss Universo, no tan solo lograré esa sexta corona para mi país, pero también para que esa generación que tanto queremos lograr un mejor futuro pueda lograrse, verse reflejada en mí durante ese 12 de diciembre. Por lo tanto, amén. Y gracias por unirse a ese sueño que yo tanto tengo. Gracias. Thank you so much.
The Queen of Hearts has spoken.
Yeah, if your husband who's Panamanian, he can like translate it a little bit.
And I will ask him to do that.
Yeah.
The Queen of Hearts has spoken. She's your queen. She's your beautiful Miss Puerto Rico. Let's support her. If you're not already following Michelle Colon, please do so we can follow her winning journey to the crown. And if you're not yet following me, also please give me a follow so I can help you win in life and in love. Would be my honor to continue bringing those winning tips to everybody. Thank you, Michelle. We'll be in touch. And if there's anything I can do to help you or any other advice that I can give you, just send me a quick message. I'll send you a quick note back, either a voice note or something. It's more than a pleasure to do that for you.
Thank you so much, Natalie. It is an honor, truly. Thank you so much. There is no word greater than thank you.
And I'm taking it to my heart, from your heart. So I appreciate everything that you just said and right back at you.
Truly. Thank you. Well, Kapkunka.
Kopkunka, yes. Gracias, Kopkunka. Spasiba in all the languages of the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. Talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody.